Good day everyone, I am Eliza May Balansag from BS Session 3B and now let's tackle about the legal aspects in tourism and hospitality, the Philippine Tourism Laws, Chapter 1, the Introduction. From learning objectives, we need to identify the different kinds of laws relevant to the tourism, travel, and hospitality industry. Explain the concept of tourism law, enumerate important sources of tourism law, give examples of applications of tourism law. So what is law? Law refers to a system of rules and regulations established by society or government to regulate behavior, ensure the justice, and maintain the order. It is enforced through institutions and authorities and typically addresses various aspects of human conduct. So we have here the kinds of laws. First, the substantive law. Substantive law, the body of laws that outline the rights, duties, and obligations of individuals and entities. So for example, criminal law, which defines various offenses such as robbery or murder. Next, we have the adjective law. So adjective law, known as procedural law. So it is also governs the process by which substantive law are enforced. It is include rules of evidence, civil and criminal procedure or jurisdiction. So for example, dictate how parties present informations, documentations, and testimony to the court. So as to scope, we have here the general or public law. So general or public law, it is also focuses on private matters between individuals, while public law deals with the government. So it is involved the impact on the individuals and society. So next we have the criminal law. So criminal law involves offenses against the state of public, addressing actions deemed harmful to society. So it is also defines crimes. So for example, for criminal law like theft, assault, and murder. Next is international law. So international law is to regulate, conduct, and maintain stability in the international community. For example, for international law, we have humanitarian rules of war, protecting civilians, prisoners of war, and the wounded during armed conflicts. Next, we have the political law. So, political law, it is encompasses constitutional law, administrative law, like election law and other legal aspects. So, also it is addresses the protection of individual rights. For example, for political law like separation of powers, checks and balances, and the protection of individual rights. Second, we have here the special or private law. So this is where it covers areas like contracts, property, family law, and torts. For example, for the special or private law is like separation of powers, checks and balances, and the protection of individual rights. Second, we have here the special or private law. So it is covering areas like contracts, property, family law, and torts. For example, special laws include intellectual property, like patents and trademarks, which provide unique legal protection for inventions and brands. So next, we have civil law. So in civil law, the primary goal is to compensate an injured party rather than punish the wrongdoer, like contract breaches, like property disputes or personal injury claims. Next is the maritime law. So maritime law, also known as admiralty law, that governs activities and issues related to navigations, shippings, and water. So for example, for maritime law is like ship collision. Like for example, if two vessels collide at sea, maritime law would come into play to determine liability, assess damages, and address issues such as salvage operations or like environmental concerns resulting from the incident. Next is the mercantile law. So mercantile law is also known as commercial law. It is a wide range of legal principles and rules unrelated to trade, commerce, and business transactions. So for example, for mercantile law is when a business enters into a contract like with the suppliers to purchase the goods, the terms and condition for that is to contract are subject to mercantile law. Next is the concept of tourism law. So the concept of tourism law involves the legal principles and regulations that govern various aspects of the travel and tourism industry. So tourism law covers diverse areas such as consumer protection, accommodation standards, also the transportation regulations, environmental sustainability, and cultural heritage protection. Within the tourism sectors, balancing the economic benefit of tourism with the protection of the environment, cultural heritage, and the rights of the tourist. Also, it is involved both domestic and international law, as tourism often involves cross-border activities. So that is the concept of tourism law. So according to the World Tourism Organization or the UNWTO, the objective of the tourism law is to provide a legal and regulatory framework for the tourism development and management, the preservation of cultural traditions and natural resources, and also to facilitate the participation of the private sectors and the local communities. So also we have the importance and application of tourism law. So tourism law is crucial for regulating the travel industry, ensuring fair practices, and safeguarding the interest of both tourist and service providers. So also it covers aspects like contracts, the liability, and safety standards. Also, the importance of tourism law is this legal framework helps resolve disputes, promotes responsible tourist, and maintain the industry integrity. So also we have the source of law relevant to the tourism, travel, and hospitality industry. So we have here the Philippines Constitution. So it is the fundamental law of the land to which all other laws must conform. We have the statutes or legislative enactments. It is written with all the legislative department, rendered authentic by certain described forms and solemnities. For example, Dangerous Drug Act, Public Service Act, Civil Code of the Philippines, Labor Code of the Philippines, Revised Penal Code, Seatbelt Law, and the local government ordinances. So third, we have administrative or executive orders, regulations, and rulings. So for example, for this, we have like motels, apartals, resort, pension houses, and other accommodations establishments. Next, we have the judicial decision or jurisprudence. So this refers to the decision of the Supreme Court in interpreting the laws of the constitutions. The costume, it is rule of conduct which is given place and among given groups of people has been followed for an appreciable time. For the other resources, this is the decision of foreign tribunals and opinions of textbooks writers. So thank you for listening and God bless us all. Thank you.